Hi, in this part of the tutorial, I'm going to show you how to manipulate the response body in the light gateway so that we can transform the body from one standard structure to something recognized by the real consumer. Let's first show you the implementation on the Backend Api in the Pastor application. So if we go to the Pastor application, Maven single, you can see the handler. One of the handlers we implement for this notification get handler. So you can see we are basically returning something. Let's say the service. We are returning something like this: data equal to now, notifications, a list of notification. We have code, the error code, message, as well as the timestamp, metadata, and the description. So we have this kind of standard notification structure with the real payload as well as the notification section to indicate if there are any error or warnings. So this is the standard response from the Backend API. Let me show you how the Backend API works from the command line. So if we do this, we have the Pastor application running already in the previous test. Localhost. The backend is 9443/v1/notifications. So if you see when we call the notifications endpoint, we got this data now notification blah blah with the error code, timestamp, and the description. So this is exactly something we showed you in the handler class, how we return from the backend. Now, the real consumer doesn't like this format because the consumer is not updated. It's still expecting the old format with either the payload data or the error message will be flattened, not from this notification array, or the real notification object is just like they want to flatten the structure with the error message, the status message, as well as the timestamp. So let's see how we can do the transformation. We've already shown you the transformation class. Let me show you this class again, for this transformation. So notification transformer action. So this in this class, we basically get all the input, and from the input we get the status code, we get the modified body from the original response body. We do the modification, basically parse all the information. We put the status, and we also get the first object in the array of notifications, and also we convert the timestamp to something different with the instant. So this is the real transformation. Let's see how the transformation works. So instead, we send a request to the Pastor application directly. This time, let's send the exact same request to the gateway, and let's see what's the response. So in order to send to the gateway, we change the port number to 8443/v1/notifications. So let's see this. Okay, so you see what we received, the response is different than the previous one. So the previous response is this one, and now the new response is status okay, message exception in getting service, unable to create user info, timestamp with a wrapped object with epoch second as well as nanosecond converted from instant. So this is the response the consumer application is expecting. So if we put a gateway in between, the real consumer will receive this response if there are any error without any data. If there are any data, the data object itself is going to be returned as the body of the response. Instead, you return this complex structure. So this is the conclusion for the demo. Let's review the configuration in the gateway to see how the gateway config for this transformation. So the first thing first, let's take a look at values.yaml. within the values.yaml, we have the rule loaded, and you can see we have this /v1, this endpoint, get request, and we have a response transform, which is the rule type, and we have rule ID, a list rule ID. Basically, there's one rule called pastor notification transformer. So let's take a look at the rule definition for this pastor notification transformer. It's here. It's a response transformer, and we only do the transformation when the request path equal to /v1 and /notifications. And also after the evaluation is true, we're going to execute this class, which is defined in the plugin in the rules jar folder. This plugin gonna do the real transformation. And also, like if we go back to the rules.yaml, you can see the other thing we did is for the response transformer YAML file, we define the response transformer.applied path prefixes. We include this /v1 /notifications so that this particular path, request path, will ensure we invoke the response transformer. We also have this /v1 notifications defined in the path prefix service mapping so that you have this prefix comes in to the gateway will forward the request to this particular pastor application. The pastor application is defined here, like you have pastor service ID. It will be basically like a route to HTTP localhost 9443, which is a backend application, pastor application. We also have this response interceptor interface defined here, and with one implementation called response transformer interceptor. In the handler.yaml section, we have this response interceptor injection handler defined as a response in interceptor. And also we put this response interceptor here in the middleware request response chain. So that's all the configuration we've done like for this transformation. That's it.